try to work on saving your money before you decide to have that conversation. If you're having a hard time, I don't know. I don't even know what it is, but I feel like for me, that was a big thing. Like, I had an issue with money and saving. And before I even just knew that, I wanted to even present my husband with the fact of, like, I want to get married. I know that I needed to get that in order first for me before I could even be ready for him to even say that.
100%,
so that's what I mean by, like, we need to check ourselves first before we even step in that realm. And if there's any other thing that we have issues with, I think that we really need to get together, like, our families, like, family. Oh, that's a big thing. Family, that's a big
in-laws,
like,
right? Watch my in-laws episode, guys.
Your family situation. That's something you have to talk about.
No, definitely.
The dynamic can go in so many different areas when it comes to family. It could be siblings, it could be parents. But you got to talk about those kind of things as well. Before. And but go back to your question. What was your original question, though?
My original question was, what were the 2 things you would say? So you did mention what you would mention to women, like, get yourself together, and then I think that's a really good one. The get yourself together one is really good. And obviously last year, for me anyway, obviously let's just quickly mention Kevin Samuels, because he's been around for a long time. But for me, last year I found out who Kevin Samuels was, and I know, like, a lot of women don't like him because of the way he says stuff and his views on things. But I feel like when it comes from maybe you saying to women, get yourself together, that has just so many layers to it. And in a nutshell, it's a thing of women need to really develop themselves. And I know for me, and I'm sure you did this as well, because obviously you said you with your finance and stuff, you need to develop yourself as a woman when you want to get married. Like, that's just a must. That should be on your checklist of things to do before you get married, because if you don't develop yourself, you're going to wreck yourself, literally. Like, it's not even a thing of, there's so many, and the thing is, there's so many different things as well. There's, like, even down to being impatient, having insecurities, obviously finance.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Even being punctual or just being negative, like having a negative mindset. But I feel like if women develop themselves, and even men as well, but obviously we're speaking to the ladies right now, like, if you develop yourself, and I've said this in a lot of my videos, it will save you a lot of hassle, time, arguments that just don't need to be had, and just a lot of conflict that you don't need to have in your relationship, in your marriage. So how has marriage changed you as a woman? How has that developed you?
Wow. I think marriage has allowed me to have a lot more patience. I would say that definitely before I got married, that was something that I was already working on in terms of just being more patient. But I feel like marriage has allowed me to be even more patient and understanding, and being able to turn a blind eye to certain things that really don't deserve my attention. It has allowed me to really control my emotions in different ways.
That's amazing.
I used to be very sensitive to certain things.
Yeah, me too.
So now I know how to kind of channel it, and it's not always me. Like, it's just maybe how the situation kind of thing. And it's crazy because I learned these things through my husband.
Same here, to be honest.
React to these certain situations. I'm just like,
absolutely.
I like that. Okay, teach me. How do I become this person? So I've learned those 2 things. I've learned how to really communicate in a different way. And we talk about communication so much, and when it comes to marriage, it's like layers to it. So communicating in a way that he understands, not in a way that feels good for me
absolutely
to get out, but in a way for him to understand what I'm saying. And so just learning how to communicate in a way for other people to understand, because you get frustrated a lot when you're saying something like, why are you getting it? It's because they're not understanding it the way that they need to hear it.
Exactly.
So those are things that I can say off the top of my head that I've been able to learn, and it's been a great journey, because you take these characteristics and you take it and it goes into all areas of your life. So you become a better entrepreneur, a better boss, a better manager, a better daughter. You become better in all different areas. And so it's just beautiful to really just watch.
No, that's so amazing. Like, that is so amazing. So how did you go about developing yourself? Did you read books? Did you speak to people? Did you do courses? Like, what are the ways you used?
Yeah, I did. So it's so funny. So funny you ask this question, because I feel like my journey, I've made a lot of mistakes, Nancy. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've made a lot of business mistakes.
Yeah, as we do. We're humans. Yeah.
And I've never looked at these mistakes as failures. I looked at them as lessons.
Absolutely.
And so, because of the things that I've experienced, like I used to be in network marketing.
Yeah.
And although network marketing, some people will say, oh goodness, that business is kind of funny, like it's a pyramid scheme. I was also blessed to be in the room with some incredible speakers, incredible people like E.T., the hip hop,
oh my
preacher.
gosh, I love him.
That I've been able to be blessed. Exactly. So many people I've been able to be blessed with. So I feel like because of the things I've experienced, I've been able to have little pockets of wisdoms. At the same time, I read books. Yeah. And so when I knew that I was ready to get something different out of my relationships, I started reading Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. I read the story of David and Goliath. Yeah. I read, what else did I read? I read so many other like little books. Yeah. And even though some people will be controversial about the Steve Harvey book, like, I read The Wait by Megan Good. Oh, okay. And like I said, some people be really controversial, but I would always pick little things out of, like I'm a person where I don't need to take everything that's everything. Like, I can be exposed to a lot. Exactly. And fine, 10 things don't connect with me, but that one might.
One thing that you'll take.
Yeah,
and you'll use.
What I take.
Yes,
from
absolutely.
Absolutely. And I think that those are the things that I've been able to just grab onto, and those little signs I can miss. Like if you're not aware, you'll miss those signs. And so I just grabbed those things along the way, and I think that's how I've been able to really get to this point. And podcast too.
Oh, amazing.
So, like, for example, sorry.
No, that's all right.
I told you about my money issues. Like, I had an issue with, money. I would listen to Dave Ramsey, and he is a financial guru. He's also grounded in the Word, and he teaches you how to pretty much get out of debt and live a financial freedom life. And he got me to a point where I did this thing called the snowball effect, where let's say you have 4 credit cards that are open, and you want to reduce that debt. What you do is you take your first card, maybe with your smallest balance, and you pay all your minimums on your other cards, but you put a little extra on this particular card. Yeah. And you do that. You aggressively attack that one card. Once you pay that one card, that same money that you used to aggressively attack, you now use that on the next card. Okay. You keep what you're doing. You don't stop your payment, but you're shifting all that money to the next card. Then you do the same thing. Then now you're probably double there. You use that same money, and you go into the next card and you take it down. And through that, I was able to literally close down and pay off 3 cards. And so now I have like 1. I have 2 now. 1, whatever.
Yeah, but you're financially smarter.
Listen to the podcast I get to learn, what I need to do. So.
No, that's so amazing. And all the wisdom that you've accumulated, like even just you articulating it's definitely shown through, and I just love to see it. So are there any qualities, so prior to when you got married, right, are there any qualities that you thought you needed in a husband that when you got it, or when you saw it, you thought, nah, that's not even really that important? Because a lot of women, they think, oh yeah, I need my man to be like this, I need my husband to be like that, and they don't actually realise the fundamental things, the more important things that they need in a man, and they don't look for that, therefore they don't get it. So when they finally find the things that they want, they realise, oh, that's not even really that important.
So it's so funny you say that. So, dating and all the mistakes that I made, I feel like that was a problem. I had an idea of what I thought my husband was supposed to look like. He was supposed to be this tall, this complexion, this build, from this place. I had this quote-unquote type that we all talk about. I had this type. Yeah. And so that's what I would normally attract. And this type that I had was actually really bad. It wasn't even a good type. I don't even know why I had this type. And so thank God, like I said, I got to a point where, and I'm very self-aware. Like, for me, good. Like I'm the type of person where if I make the same mistake enough time, I can smack my own self and be like, okay, Flora, it's enough. Yeah. You do something different. Wake up. So it was one of those moments where I had made the same mistake enough times that I smacked myself and said, okay, you know what? Yeah. This is not working. This type isn't working. Yeah. And so then my prayer changed. And at that time I wasn't praying. I literally made a prayer, and literally my husband, exactly what I prayed for, was the most freakiest thing ever. Wow. I literally remember I was just talking to God, and I just said, okay, God, you know what? I've tried it all the different kind of ways with my own flesh. Okay?
Yeah.
I've tried it the way of the world.
Yeah.
I'm here. Now I'm tired. Okay?
Right.
So I want what's
I'm tired, Lord.
I'm tired.
God, I'm tired.
I want what's equally yoked. I want him to be, you know, I was running for my own kind. It's so bad. I was like, okay, God, he can be Nigerian. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know, make him Nigerian, but at least I want him to be born, you know, can he be born in America like me?
Maybe westernized.
You know, can he be, can he be hip and familiar, you know? I want him to be, and I said, God, okay, I'm really busy. Can he at least learn can he know how to cook?
Damn, girl, wait, girl. God is busy as well, you know.
I'm